the machines are learning, and they're learning to be fascists. And, you know, I start out here by pointing out that Pope Leo XIV on Friday or Saturday, in one of his speeches, he identified the main threat facing humanity. Now, you know, this Pope and the Pope before him, Francis, have both identified climate change as a major crisis for the United States and for the world, well, for the world. But now this Pope Leo XIV just labeled AI as one of the main threats facing humanity, saying it poses a challenge to, quote, human dignity, justice, and labor. And he's right, but it's even worse than that. It actually represents a threat to democracy itself. I mean, in every generation, you have enemies of democracy who step forward. You know, they lie, they divide, they intimidate, they exploit every available tool to consolidate power. They weaponize the media. In the 1930s, it was the radio. In the 2010s, it was the social media. Now in 2025, it's artificial intelligence. And make no mistake, AI is not just another technology. AI is power scaled. In the hands of the far right, it becomes arguably the single most effective tool for dismantling democracy that's ever been invented. I mean, authoritarians love this, whether it's Putin, Orban, Modi, Netanyahu, you name it. They've figured this out. They understand it instinctively, its ability to simulate, to deceive, to surveil, and to dominate. It's mind-boggling. AI, here's how it works. AI can now generate millions of personalized political messages in seconds, each calibrated to manipulate a voter's specific fear or biases. It can create entire fake news outlets, populate them with AI-generated journalists, flood your social media feed with content that looks real, sounds real, feels familiar, all without a single human behind it. Imagine what Joseph Goebbels could have done. But authoritarian regimes can and already are using AI also to surveil and intimidate their civilians. China has perfected this. Face recognition technology throughout the country, social media scores that determine, you know, who you can date, what kind of job you get, and where you can live based on how loyal you are to the regime. I mean, it's pretty wild stuff, right? And none of this is like theoretical. We saw AI-generated robocalls impersonating Joe Biden, telling voters to stay home, and millions did. In the next election cycle, next year, and in 3 years, we may see entire election campaigns waged by AI bots pretending to be voters or influencers or even public officials. And if you think that's like beyond the pale, this is a quote from the Carnegie Endowment for Peace. They did a report on AI. Quote, meanwhile, deep-fake audio clips of British Prime Minister Keir Starmer and Slovakia's opposition head Mikhail Šimečka ignited social media controversies when they spread rapidly before fact-checkers could expose them as fabrications. The destructive power of deepfakes also hit home in Turkey when a presidential candidate withdrew from the May 2023 election after explicit AI-generated videos went viral. In Argentina's 2003 October presidential election, both leading candidates deployed deep fakes by creating campaign posters and materials that mocked their opponents, tactics that escalated into full-blown AI mimetic warfare to sway voters. Now, in the case here in the United States, the goal often, well, even all around the world, often isn't just to win elections. It's to destroy people's confidence in democracy itself. Once people believe that both sides lie to you, that you can't believe anything anymore, then strongmen step into that void and say, we will bring order, we will bring purity, we will bring salvation. And when they do, AI will be there to enforce it. I mean, imagine a future where police departments outsource their decision-making to so-called neutral algorithms that have been created with the biases of their creators. I mean, just look at what Musk is doing with Grok over on Twitter, or X. He's got an AI program there that he is training on the content on X. So you've got a Nazi indoctrinated AI. This is, where loyalty to the regime is rewarded with access, or in the case of X, more followers, and dissent is flagged by invisible systems that you can't even appeal. I mean, that's not democracy, that's techno-feudalism wrapped in a flag. And it's already happening. It's happening right now in Bangladesh, Colombia, Ethiopia, Guatemala, the Philippines, and Thailand, according to the Carnegie Endowment. They write also, quote, in the EU's eastern neighborhood, countries like Georgia, Moldova, Romania, and Ukraine face a deluge of hybrid threats and AI-generated disinformation campaigns aimed at destabilizing societies, disrupting electoral processes, and derailing people's democratic aspirations. This isn't science fiction. This is where we're at right now. So what do we do? Well, let's regulate AI before this genie is out of the bottle altogether. I mean, you know, it's, say, 80, 90% of the way there. We should ban the use of deep fakes in political ads. We should enforce transparency on algorithmic decision-making. We need to create unbiased, public, open source AI alternatives to corporate control models. We need to create a disinformation infrastructure that would bring biological or nuclear weapons, you know, the same as we would with biological or nuclear weapons, because they're not just dangerous, they're potentially civilization ending. And we need to demand that social media outlets publish their algorithms so we can see how we're being manipulated. You know, history teaches us that once authoritarianism takes root, it doesn't give up power easily. The longer we wait, the more embedded, autonomous, and intelligent these systems become, you know, the more dangerous. We're not just fighting bad actors anymore. We're fighting machines trained to think like them. So this time the fight isn't against the usual suspects. This time, the algorithm is watching.